Good morning. Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I have the pleasure of being here with Katrina.
Thanks so much for having me.
And you are from Midway.
I am.
Katrina Berg.
Yes.
Yes. She's from Midway, and she is one of the many artists that is local featured. I know how to word for that.
Yes,
featured
yes.
at Art and Soup, which happens every year. This is the 30th year, and this is your
My
second
second.
year.
Mhm.
So first of all, let's give us a little background about who you are as an artist and how you became an artist.
Okay.
And we'll talk a bit about your art as well.
Sure. So I was one of those kids that was always doodling, and I went to architecture school, graduated in landscape architecture, and after my husband and I had our oldest, I just found myself painting for just something for myself to do, and I decided that that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to paint. So I've been painting a lot of just the natural things that I see in Midway. So, the deer that come in our yard, the landscapes that I see outside our window, the flowers that bloom in the spring. And so I like to bring the outdoors in. Being a landscape architect, I like to make sure that the outside comes inside the home. So that's one of my goals as an artist.
And let's talk about your medium.
Okay.
What you chose and why you chose to work with this
Sure.
particular medium.
So I use oil, and I use a water-based oil.
Okay.
And I call my style like a stained glass style.
Yes, I can see that.
So every piece of color is almost divided up by a vein that you would see in stained glass, and then
Yes, bring some forward so people can see what you do here.
So when it catches the light just right, it starts to shine just like you would see a stained glass. And I use a brush, but then I also come back in with a palette knife to give it that extra shine, and I love texture.
Are you self-taught?
Yes.
Because this is really good. I mean, I'm
Thank
looking at it, and
you.
it's hard to get detail like this in chunks of paint. And you're like, oh, clearly those are two little birds. Like, that's
Yeah.
hard to do, and the way you layer it, like, you're self-taught.
Yes.
Wow, that's
But
really awesome.
I think that going to design school definitely helps. And yeah, and then the other signature thing about my style is I love candy color. So you'll always see a good dose of pastels, anything sweet to make life just a little bit sweeter
Yeah.
and to celebrate those sweet moments, because
Yeah.
we all know that life is not easy. So, yeah.
And even this piece, I wanted to sort of have you point this one out a little bit, because I just love this.
Okay.
I love how it's the focus of the piece is actually offset a little bit.
Exactly.
And you have all these beautiful sort of grayish blues going on. Talk about this one a little bit.
Okay, so again, we've got the veins that are dividing each of the colors, and then just bringing out those bright spots that we see in animals to give them a little bit more depth and to give it a whimsy feel. I love just having a whimsy aspect to art. So.
Yeah, I love this piece.
Yeah,
Now, I would be amiss if I didn't mention your skirt. Talk about this.
Okay, so this is one of my paintings.
I thought so.
That became a skirt, and I work with a company out of San Francisco. It's called Vita, and they have artisans all over the world that create skirts and scarves and all kinds of things, and all of their workers or their artisans are all given either literacy classes or they're given finance and business classes to help them to grow financially. So it's a gift to be a part of that as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your involvement with
Okay.
Art and Soup. How did you get involved, and how wonderful is it to be involved in an event such as this?
Oh, it's such a gift. And for me personally, I have a really rare bone disease, and so as a child, I spent a lot of times in and out of medical facilities. And so for me to be able to give back and thank the nurses and the medical community at large for the gifts that they've given me, and then to be able to ease the burden financially of fellow people that go and need various things medically. Like, it's just such a gift to be a part of Art and Soup. So I heard about Art and Soup probably 7 or 8 years ago. A good friend of mine who's also a Park City artist, Carol Wade, she told me about Art and Soup, and she said, if you ever get a chance, you should definitely do Art and Soup. Well, fast forward, having twins and a few, we built a house, and then a good friend, Crystal Harper, who's also an artist, she invited me to submit my stuff to the committee.
Oh, nice.
And so last year was my first year, and it was, again, I can't express more than just a gift. Like, it was such a treat to be able to hear everyone come up to me constantly. We come every year to Art and Soup. This is our favorite event, and we just love coming to Art and Soup. And then just to watch how the event has just blessed my business and me as a person and our family. Like, it's just been wonderful. And CNS is a wonderful, wonderful group to work for. Their staff is incredible, and I just really appreciate the whole event. So,
so people can come see you at Art and Soup and see 50 other artists and also experience all this amazing soup. How would you encourage people to come to this?
Oh, well, come with an empty belly, because you totally get stuffed. You're walking around looking at all this beautiful, yummy art, and then you're just stuffing yourself with soup and dessert and breads and all kinds of treats from all the local artists local artists restaurant, you know, all the chefs from around
they're artists too, right?
They are totally artists. I mean, just the way they present some of the food is delicious. So yeah, definitely come. You can come at lunch, you can come at dinner, but come and be ready to be blown away, because it's an amazing event.
Because people can not only just enjoy your art, but so much more art.
Totally.
And let's just comment one more time.
Okay.
If people do want to check out your art and are interested in even clothing of your art, is that possible for people to do this?
So I have a website, katrinaberg.com. I'm also on Instagram, katrina.berg. And you can, you know, like I said, I'm in Midway. All you local Park City people, come on over and you can visit my home studio.
Support the local artists.
Yes, yay. So, yeah.
Is there anything else on your website that you'd want us to know about? Is that people looking at art? Can they buy prints? Can they get things commissioned? Can they?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I do commissions. I do have prints. I have note cards. I've got lots of different products. I just started a line of wallpaper and wrapping paper that I've been working on. So lots of fun things to come. And I promise I will bring the sweet life into your home.
We all want the sweet life in our home. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for showing us your amazing art and for being part of an event like Art and Soup that does so much good.
Yes.
And if you missed that, please watch the show. We played again at noon, and you'll be able to see the conversation between Diego and Teresa. So make sure to tune in and check that out. And if you want to hear more about Katrina, go to her website, katrinaberg.com.
Yes.
That's right, B-E-R-G.
Yes.
Yes. And learn more about her art and what she does, and maybe order a lovely skirt. But don't go anyway. We have a lot more to come here on the Mountain Morning Show. We'll see you back here soon.